All right. Just need confirmation that we're live. I think we're live, but need to just wait till. Okay, we are live. All right. Hey, Lisa. So fun to have you here today with the 5 questions. I really enjoy getting to know people in this way. So thank you for taking the time to come have a little chat with me. And so before we get started, I would just love for you to, I've seen a lot of you in the group and you've been in for a while, and it's so fun to have you and your presence and everything that you offer. But can you introduce yourself for those who might not have seen any videos by you or seen you, have not gotten to know who you are?
Sure. My name is Lisa Oken. I am living in Boca Raton, Florida, since I am 16 years old. And I am married. I have 4 sons that are 27, 26, 23, and 20. And they're all active boys. 3 of them still living here. 1 of them is married. So I have a daughter-in-law, and they live nearby, about 25 minutes north of us.
Oh, awesome.
So we're all pretty close.
That's really nice. No grandkids yet?
Nope.
Not yet. That's probably an exciting thing to look forward to, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, one day.
Yeah. Okay, well,
It's
tell me a little bit more about a little bit like about your background and just
So I have been I was born in Wilmington, Delaware, and I moved to Florida when I was 10 with my mother and my sister. And my parents divorced when I was 10. My sister was 9. We came to Florida, and my mom's whole family was down here. And we lived in North Miami Beach, and then we moved to Boca in my junior year in high school. So I've lived here quite a while.
Yeah.
So since I was, 16 actually.
Yeah.
And I've, been living here, working here, pretty much grew up here. And then graduated high school, college, and then worked and met my husband. Then we married back in 1991. And a few years later, we had our first son and 3 more.
That's fun.
So I've been working in different things my whole life. I've been working since I'm 14 years old, actually. My first job was with Publix. And I walked in and they said, "You look responsible." And I was hired at 14 in the bakery. Then I transferred to a cashier, and I worked for them for 4 years, beginning at age 14. And then when I was going to college, I changed jobs and went into, banking. I worked in a fitness club. And I've done a little bit of, what else? I didn't do much network marketing. My mom was actually in network marketing a little bit, and I kind of just, watched her, but I never was involved in any network marketing before I was involved here.
Yeah. And how long has it been since you've been involved?
I was involved with Isogenics for it'll be 14 years.
Oh, wow.
So,
long time.
So long time. And that was because of my mom. And so I got involved then. And then back in October of 2020, I had seen Sean put something up on Facebook, and I saw Jesse put something up on Facebook, and I was like, wow, it intrigued me because my trust in the 2 of them, I have high regard for both of them. And I actually called each one of them and had a 10-minute conversation with each one.
Awesome.
And after I did that, I think 30 minutes later, I had placed my first order, ready to be ER shred.
Yeah. So right in the beginning in 2020.
Yes.
When we started it. Oh, that's so awesome.
Yes.
So cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Well, it's been so fun to see. I love to see so many people sticking around, for this long and still involved and still active and excited about it. It's just really kind of a testament to the whole, what the experience is, the protocol, how it is actually, improving people's lives and health. And so it is cool to see that it has that kind of effect that you do want to be a part of it long term, not just one of those like in for a
yeah.
couple months and then you're out.
Oh no,
So
I'm a ER shred lifer. That's
yeah,
for
for
sure.
sure. That's awesome. I love it. Well,
Running through and through.
cool. That's so awesome. So
Yes.
what are some other things that you would say that you're passionate about besides health and nutrition? Because it seems like that is something that you take very serious, your health.
Yes, absolutely. I take my health and my family's health very seriously, and
Yeah.
then probably take my friends' health very seriously, maybe sometimes more than they want to take it. But
Yeah.
I got to understand that, everybody's not ready when I
For
think
sure.
they should be ready.
Yeah.
So, that's okay. I always say, READY, like you got to be ready.
Yep.
But I'll be there when anyone is ready to hear what it's all about and give it a shot. Um, I'm passionate about pretty much everything that I do. I am all about authenticity and being myself, and definitely am passionate about everything that I do. And I don't go halfway, I go all in. If I believe in something, then I'm all in. And I don't want to keep it to myself. It's something that I want to share with everyone I know. And I think most people know that about me. Um, I have no problem, sharing something that's good. Like, for instance, in the last couple of years, I used a roofer and I gave him 13 accounts. I used a claims adjuster. He got the same 13 accounts.
Oh, that's awesome.
I just used a pool deck and refinishing pool guy, and I gave him, like, I think 8 new clients. So and I guess I'm, someone who's, trusted, because I mean, I hope that that's my reputation, because
Yeah.
that's what I live by. Like, honesty is the best policy, and I like to treat others the way I'd like to be treated. So, and I get the best pleasure out of that. Like, if I can help somebody and lead them to something that's going to help them, nothing gives me greater pleasure. Nothing.
That's really cool that you
It's a
pointed that
feeling.
out, because I think that um, the way that you prove to your close friends and family that you are being authentic about what you want to, that you genuinely want to help and improve people's lives and, recommend companies and people that you actually like and not just have an ulterior motive to make money. Like, you are giving everybody that kind of evidence that, this has not ever been about just making money, because you're doing it out
Yeah,
of the
no.
goodness of your heart. You're showing them that I do this in all areas of my life, not just when I join a network marketing company.
Correct.
Yeah.
Every definitely all areas of my life. Like, if I believe in something and I know that I can trust and that I feel they're authentic in return, then I will refer them. And the same goes for, like, how I feel about the ER shred. And my first 23 days experience was amazing, and I want
Mhm.
everyone to know about it, and I want to share it with everyone.
Mhm.
So everywhere I go, yep, I'm talking about it. And yep,
Yeah.
some people don't, like hearing that and whatever.
Mhm.
But, and sometimes I guess, I'm a little, that's a little bit where the kind of fear comes in, which I can talk to anybody and anything about anything, but sometimes that's like the little, part that I got to tweak and not
Yeah.
worry so much about what other people might say.
Yeah. What do you think that you're worried about they might, as far as like what they would say? Like, is it the meat thing or?
Yeah, or, like, the people that question that, or question the cholesterol, or question different things. And,
Mhm.
when you see the proof and you hear different things and you ask, professionals that are aware that this is not bad for you, this is great for you, and it's all positive, I get it validated, like
Yeah.
I'm not just pulling this out of nowhere, you know,
Yeah.
we have the proof.
Yeah. It's nice to
So
have the doctors
yeah,
and the health professionals on board to validate
correct.
what we're trying to
Right.
explain to people. It's like, no, it's not just me. I'm not like just like making this up. Like I actually have health professionals that can validate what I'm
What
trying
I'm
to
saying
express.
and what I'm
Yeah.
trying to share. Yeah. And I
And
love
with
what
all the
so much.
hundreds of results that we've been getting with so many people, it's just like you can't argue that.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. True.
So that's
Yeah.
awesome. Um, Now I would love for you to take a minute to describe in full detail like what you are currently building or working towards, like what gives you like that motivation every day to wake up and every single day put a little bit of effort into something, and what is it that is like your greater vision around that? I'd love to hear you describe it in full detail, like what you're seeing in your life for the next 5 or 10 years.
I want to help others to see the value in this protocol so that when they're struggling with something that I might know they're struggling with, or maybe I don't know, and then in conversation I do find out, then it only makes it even more of a reason that I want to share it. But I feel like everyone needs this. Like everywhere you go and everywhere you listen, somebody's definitely has an issue where they're complaining about how exhausted they are, or they're complaining about how their joints are hurting, or they're complaining about their migraines, or they're complaining about the inflammation in their body, um, just so many different things, IBS, just so many different things. And here's something so simple through food, through nutrition, not medicine, not pills, that we can actually be helped. And you can take 11 days out of your life and actually give it a try.
Yeah,
Anyone can do anything for 11 days,
for
right?
sure. Yeah.
So I feel like my goal every day is to talk to like at least 3 people that I could share this with.
Yeah.
And everywhere I go, I'm definitely sharing it. There's always a reason in conversation that will have nothing to do with this, that something comes up and it surfaces in conversation.
So
And
true. I feel like
and
it
I,
does come
I
up in
didn't push
conversation
a
in
button
some.
for that conversation to come up either. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like it just happens. It's just part of life.
so true. That's a good point as well. I think people feel like when they're trying to share the shred, they get a little nervous, like, how do I do it? But I'm like, I think if
I
you
don't
just
have a
relax
problem with that.
into a conversation, it's going to naturally come up in some
Naturally come.
form, like you said,
Yeah. Yep.
whether it be about their pain or about being tired or stressed or brain fog. They're like,
Right.
it's always those types of things always do eventually come up.
It's so much part of life. It's
Yeah.
and then depending also where people are in their life. Although like I was at a 60th birthday this weekend, and we were in conversation with the younger generation, and they also have reasons why they want to be healthy,
Yeah.
and sometimes people are ready sooner than others, and sometimes people are ready later in their life,
Yeah.
so it doesn't
And
matter. You meet them where they are
yeah,
and share it. And if they're ready, great. And if they're not, maybe they'll be ready in a couple months and you'll hear from them.
yeah. And like keeping that in mind, that is such a good point that if they're ready, if and when they're ready, because I think a lot of times people take it personally, like, oh, they don't trust me, or it's more like they feel rejected or a little discouraged because they don't get the outcome that they're hoping for when they do share the shred. But I also think that we need to be mindful of when people are ready, and you got to remember what you're asking them to do, like give up carbs or sugar,
Yeah.
sodas. Like
Yeah.
it's hard for people to make that initial step, but like if you they can, but I agree with you as far as like anyone can do it for 11 days, but they still have to be ready
They
and
have to
in the
be ready.
space to be like, okay, I'm ready to do this for 11 days.
I always like the READY. I always I wish I could come up with a tune
Yeah.
like RESPECT.
Yeah.
I feel
We
READY.
we
So
need to ask Mimi. She'll come up with something fun. She'll come up with
yeah,
something fun. I like that. Well, that's so fun. And so you just want to keep doing what you're doing. Just keep helping
yeah,
people in all different ways, not just about their health, but like you mentioned before, you love helping get people get work. You refer the people that you've used to do certain things, and it makes you feel really good to help find them more work and to just
yep.
recommend. So it's like you're helping two people, you're helping them find work, but you're helping your friend find somebody that needs that person to do some work on their home or whatever.
Whatever I can do to help and make someone else happy and feel good about, whatever it might be.
Yeah,
This how, I don't know, I just get great pleasure out of that.
for sure. I think that is like,
For my whole life.
you're right. It is one of the best feelings
I don't
that
even
I
care
think we're,
if I have to help them, even if it's like, you know, going over and doing manual labor for somebody or something,
yeah,
and I've had to do that in my own house. Like when my mom got divorced and I was 10 years old, I wasn't just her daughter, but I was like the person who could help out around the house and do the stuff that she couldn't do.
yeah. Oh, that's
So,
so great. Well, let's talk now about some of the things that you've accomplished in your life. Like, what are some things that you feel most proud of? Well, I mean, one of them I think would be that you were, that resilient 10-year-old child that could, help your mom during the time where it was hard for all of you, I'm sure, going through a divorce. And but you
yeah,
could be the strong, resilient child that can just keep it together and help keep things together. It's
yeah.
probably a
I
great
mean,
thing
I've
to be
always
proud of.
been driven and passionate about, just life and helping out and doing, and always see the positive. And I never, I never thought otherwise. That's just always how I've been. Since I'm 10 years old, I loved kids, and I babysat. I was a mother's helper for a lot of years in the summer. I did go to overnight camp a little bit, but I was homesick and I came home
Oh,
because I wanted to be mom.
yeah.
Um, and um, and then, of course, my greatest accomplishments are my 4 kids, and I wanted kids obviously for a long time, and the time was right. I got married, and to my husband of 31 years, and we have 4 great kids, and the
Yeah.
family is growing.
Yeah.
So they're definitely my greatest accomplishments. And, I keep at everything. Like I get up every morning, my feet hit the ground and I'm running, like I'm off and running, and I juggle it all and I love it. I love the pace. Everyone's like, geez, like, do you ever? And I'm like, yep, I hit the pillow every night and I
Uh-huh.
sleep like a baby and I've never taken any meds, and I love it. I mean, I definitely sleep great,
Yeah. Because you
but I
work
like
hard
to
every
get up in
day.
the morning and go. And I like to make the most of every day.
Uh-huh.
And, my mom always used to say, can you just slow down? And I'd
Yeah.
be like, okay, mom,
Yeah.
you know, but I don't think I know how.
Yeah. Well, that's great that you figured out what gives you that drive, what gets you excited, which I would love for you to how to finish this call off by elaborating a little bit more on that, going a little deeper into what is it that drives you. um like, do you wake up and excited for the morning? It sounds like you wake up and you're excited for the day and you get a lot of things done and you help a lot of people. And do you ever like lay in bed and are you like, I just don't want to do this another day. Like, I'm just tired today, or I'm just not motivated. Like, what does get you out of bed? Like, what is it that's like the deepest level of what motivates you and drives you?
Like I never think past, like I address every day with my energy, and I get up every morning. I jump out of bed. It's not something that I have to lay there.
and
I
talk
don't have
yourself
to
into
lay
like,
there.
I gotta get up. I gotta get up 5 more minutes.
No, that's
No.
not happening. I'm also a crossing guard for the past 20 years for elementary
Oh,
and middle. So I'm very,
oh. Are you one of
um,
those crossing guards that like knows all the kids' names and like I bet
yes,
I can see
they
you
won't
doing
let
that.
me, they won't let me quit. So they're like, you
That's
got to
cute.
stay here until David graduates, and then until,
Yeah.
like they mentioned the kids' names, and it's like I love it. It's
Yeah.
like it's great. And I feel it's a good feeling, and it's actually a much needed um, job to fill,
Yeah.
and they have a hard time. So I'm passionate about it, and I'm there, and I'm helping in the community. And it happened by accident because I was walking 3 of my kids to school, and I had just had my fourth. And the security company where I live had asked me if I knew anybody, and I said, "What's involved?" And that's
Mm.
how this happened. And then I got recruited working outside on the main street for the our local sheriff's office. So
Oh.
I've been doing it for like 20 years.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Um, so I'm scheduled. I have to be out there every day at 7 a.m. and 4 times in the day I'm out
Wow.
there in and out of uniform and clothes. And
Oh my gosh. Wow.
yeah,
That is
so
a
that's how I
very
start my day. And I know I'm needed, and I got to get out
mhm.
there and I do my thing. And I also do a little bit of insurance on referral, but I work my health business, and I share the shred everywhere. And when my youngest son is in a sports card business that's very big right now, and I do the packing and shipping for 3 of the guys that are doing it with him, and
Oh.
that keeps me busy.
Yeah.
So there is no downtime in the life of me.
Yeah. It doesn't sound like it, but it sounds like you have the energy to do it.
But I'm okay with that. I'm
Yeah.
okay with that.
Yeah.
I literally can turn it off at night and hit the pillow when I'm out,
Hmm.
and I can wake up energized in the morning, ready to start my day.
Yeah. So
And
do you feel like it's just like are you like what is the purpose of your life? Do you feel like it's just simply to live your life helping people, and do you feel like you're gonna um is it just because of every day that's how like you feel good every single day, or like you're working towards something in the end? I'm always curious to know like what is the driving force behind it all,
I mean,
just for how
my
you
my
feel
husband,
every single day as you do the things.
it makes me feel good because I'm helping others in everything I do, pretty
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
I am giving of my time and my energy to help in different facets of like crossing guard is definitely helping in the community. I help out with my son's the business that he does, and then of course the shred and sharing the shred around the community is amazing.
Hmm.
And it's all things that give me a really good feeling. They
Every
keep,
day. Yeah.
yeah, every day, and I'm passionate about it, and I'm authentic about it, and that's it. And I have, I also have a very big social life, so I
Yeah.
keep very busy.
I bet a lot of people just want to be around Lisa Oken. Get a little more of Lisa. Yeah, I
So
can see that being definitely
love my
that.
family and friends, and I live my life every day.
Mm.
And
Oh. Well,
so,
I'm so like just by talking to you, I feel very like excited and like motivated. Like you just I bet you have that effect on a lot of people, just your excitement for life and every day. And it's like you're happy now and finding joy and fulfillment every single day, not just when you reach a certain level or goal or amount of money. Like I love that being like the example of what shred is all about. Like I hope that that's like our main message with shred. It's not like as soon as you lose all the weight, as soon as you get this, make this much money, as soon as you get that and this, like I hope that all of us together can just find this amazing joy and happiness and drive and motivation every single day to do things like what you're doing, not necessarily like I got to make $1 million, before I'm this age or
Yeah, I really don't like, I don't think like that because,
yeah,
I mean, yeah, okay, I'm making money, but I get more pleasure out of,
all the other
just,
things you're doing.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And so, that makes it fun. And I know that, I always, throughout my life, made my mom proud, and I want to continue to make her proud. And fortunately, she was my business partner, and unfortunately, I lost my mom. So
Oh,
to cancer 3 years ago.
oh,
So and it was because of my mom that I got into isogenics in the first place. And I wish she had known about the shred, but
oh,
she's already gone. But I
yeah.
know she would have loved it because I know she thought very highly of you and Sean as well, and
Oh,
she knew who you were, and your in-laws, and
oh.
Jesse as well. So I know she's watching, and she's very proud and thrilled for all of us.
Oh, I love that. That's so beautiful. Thank you so much, Lisa. I've really just enjoyed talking
Thank
with
you.
you and just getting a chance to be with you. It's a gift for me. So just know that.
It's a gift for me. I feel honored to be having this conversation with you.
Yeah. Well, I'm so
Right.
grateful to have you in our community. Like your presence, your vibe, and your example is very inspiring. So thank you so much for doing all that you do in the community. We appreciate you so much.
Absolutely. Every
Mm.
day, all day.
Yeah.
I'm a shred for life.
Yes, I know. I love it. Well, thank you again. And I hope you have a beautiful day. We'll see more of you in the group.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you, Crystal.
Okay. I'll see you soon.
Love to everybody. Take care.
All right.
Bye.
Bye bye.